breaking news coming out of, well, world news. This man has been eliminated, Khamenei, and we're going to be going through all of this information, including live updates. But let's dive straight into it. I don't want to do any delays on this situation because we genuinely have so much to go through regarding geopolitics and what this actually means for the Western world.
Israel Channel 12, who are now reporting that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead.
Oh, wow.
That the Iranian supreme leader has been killed in the airstrikes launched by the United States and Israel today. A determined effort by President Donald Trump to topple the Iranian regime. And if true, the reports coming to us now from Israeli Channel 12 that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead, then they have indeed toppled the very head of that regime.
Now, if this information is true, there is going to be major changes coming to the world, including people's perspective on Islam, because a lot of the people who have been oppressed in that region do not want to be classed as Muslims, but they have been forced to under the Islamic Republic.
And the consequences and ramifications of that can only be guessed at, because we have also been reporting just in the last few minutes that the Iranian Defense Minister, Amir Nasirazdeh, and also the Iranian, I should say, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Commander Mohammed Pakpour, is also dead. These two top officials, one a military official, the other a civilian official in charge, of course, of the military, the Iranian Defense Minister, and the head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, according to Reuters, quoting 3 Iranian sources, have been killed.
So this is breaking news literally happening right now. And I'm going to show you Keir Starmer's response to this situation, which, well, you can judge it for yourself. And then we'll be heading into a lot more information about more eliminations that have apparently taken place. And this news is relevant for the entire world. And that will become more and more obvious as we progress through this information.
Earlier this morning, the United States and Israel struck targets in Iran. Iran has since launched indiscriminate strikes across the region. I know the British people and communities across our country will be deeply concerned about what this means for security and stability, and for the fate of innocent people across the region, which for so many of us includes friends and family members. So whilst the situation is evolving very quickly, I want to set out our response. The United Kingdom played no role in these strikes, but we have long been clear. The regime in Iran is utterly abhorrent. They have murdered thousands of their own people, brutally crushed dissent, and sought to destabilize the region. Even in the United Kingdom, the Iranian regime poses a direct threat to dissidents and to the Jewish community. Over the last year alone, they have backed more than 20 potentially lethal attacks on UK soil. So it is clear they must never be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. That remains the primary aim of the United Kingdom and our allies, including the US. I condemn Iran's attacks today on partners across the region, many of which are not parties to this conflict. We extend our support and solidarity to them as part of our commitments to the security of our allies in the Middle East. We have a range of defensive capabilities in the region, which we've recently strengthened. Our forces are active, and British planes are in the sky today as part of coordinated regional defensive operations to protect our people, our interests, and our allies, as Britain has done before, in line with international law. We've stepped up protections for British bases and personnel to their highest level. We are also reaching out to UK nationals in the region and doing everything we can to support them. I've been speaking with leaders today from the E3 and across the region. It is vital that we prevent further escalation and return to a diplomatic process. We want to see peace and security and the protection of civilian life. Iran can end this now. They should refrain from further strikes, give up their weapons programs, and cease the appalling violence and repression against the Iranian people, who deserve the right to determine their own future in line with our long-standing position.
Don't worry, everybody. He's nearly finished gobbing on, but I want to show you all of the news. I don't just want to pick and choose. I want you to have the entire picture. So let's finish off the last 10 seconds of this clip and we'll move on from this guy, because clearly most of you don't like him, me included.
This is the route to de-escalation and back to the negotiating table. Thank you.
So that was Keir Starmer's response to what is taking place. Now, obviously, there are many reports of this coming out now that Israeli media say growing indications that Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, has actually been killed in US and Israeli strikes. So there are multiple sources now reporting on it. This is the Daily Mail also reporting on this situation. And yesterday, Trump put a speech out, this speech, which I will show you in its totality, in its totalness later. But I want to show you these reports because not only Khamenei has been eliminated, allegedly, but many others. General Ali Shamkhani, however you say his name, Khamenei's right-hand man, was also eliminated. We also have news that this man has been eliminated, who is Amir Hatami, Islamic Republic's defense minister, threatened to destroy Tel Aviv and Haifa, has been vaporized, according to this right here. We also have reports that, where is it? This man has also been eliminated. And if you don't know who he is Gholam Hossein Mohseni Ejei. I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing these properly for all the Iranians in here, but I'm doing my best. Head of the judiciary in Iran was eliminated. Also, he gave the death sentence to thousands of protesters. You know, women literally just uncovering their hair, men saying they don't want to be Muslim. This man has been giving out the death sentence to them on a regular basis. And this is the response from the Iranian people right here. So don't listen to the left who are telling you that the Iranians do not want to be set free from Islam in Iran. They definitely do. The Iranians are celebrating in the street. And it is left-wing propaganda trying to persuade people that the Iranians don't want to be set free from Islam. We also have these Iranian young men celebrating after these strikes, allegedly. So the Iranian people are extremely happy about this situation. Now, obviously, this is not to promote, you know, war. It's simply to report on truth. And these people have been oppressed by this dictator for such a long time now. They was, for those of you who don't know the history of Iran, oppressed by Islam in around 1979. And these are the streets of Australia right now. Iranians in Australia are celebrating. Take a look at this. So there is a lot going on, and these are the streets of Newcastle, England right now. So that is also breaking news right now. Khamenei, if you are coming in right now, has allegedly been eliminated. And I want to show you this response from Ben Habib, who is the leader of Advanced UK. He says, "I'm amazed there is any sane-minded person in this country that would not wish to take out the mullahs in Iran. They have been a source of regional and global instability for decades. They export terrorism to the West. If they get the bomb, they would use it against us. Of course, military action needs careful consideration. It must not be entered into without a defined aim. There should be no mission creep. But bomb the regime to the point that the Iranian people can take over? Absolutely." And I'm going to show you a video from Trump explaining this even more deeply in a moment. But he goes on to say, this is Ben Habib speaking, "Iran is now engaged. It is bombing Saudi, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait. In my opinion, this is probably one of the biggest military mistakes that a country can make. Whilst already under attack from the United States and Israel, it decides to attack Saudi, UAE, Qatar, and Bahrain, and Kuwait, and make even more enemies in the region. Just a stupid military move. It seems that they know that their end is coming." He goes on to say, "No quarter should be given to it. We should allow the US to use our bases." Let me know if you agree with that in the comment section below, because Keir Starmer is not allowing the US to use the United Kingdom bases, which is very strange to me, in my opinion. A very good reason why Chagos must not be handed to Mauritius. "I am all for a UK first policy, but Iran is an exception. Chop off the head of this snake." And that was Ben Habib speaking. Now, for those of you who don't know, Khamenei actually, by many, is considered the most evil man in the world today. This man is the most evil man in the world today, from Dr. Malouf. He personally ordered the massacre of 100,000 Iranian civilians, 40,000 slaughtered in 2 days alone. Of course, leftists will come to his defense. And I can tell you a personal testimony, take about 10 seconds. The church that I went to, there were 4 Iranian people who became Christians, and they gave their testimony that the rest of their families had been killed in various different ways in Iran because they also converted to Christianity. And the state of Iran does not like people even knowing that people leave Islam. The moment that somebody leaves Islam, they say they was never a Muslim in the first place. And then they try to get rid of them because that is what their religion teaches them, their cult, in my opinion. Now, people have actually gone onto national television now and called Starmer a traitor and is asking for him to be tried as a traitor. We're going to get back to the Iranian thing in a moment, but this is just a 50-second clip, and I found this very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose like a lot of other people in the country, the last 14 months, I felt like we're all at the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I mean, it is. We're under this reign of terror by this dreadful socialist communist junta. And I mean, we look at the lunatic behaviour week after week after week. And when I heard the bit about Gibraltar today, I thought, no, it's like, you know, whenever you think they sink low, they find somewhere to sink lower. So my question is at what point in the future will the communist Starmer and his cronies be tried for treason?
Right. Well, I mean, you know, this is obviously the channel of free speech. Barry, would you like?
Yeah.
So let me know what you think. Do you believe that Starmer should be tried under treason for his behavior? Well, various things that he may have done, which could be allegedly criminal. But I wanted to show you that before we head back into this Iranian situation, because here are the Iranian people chanting the following.
Angry members of the parliament could be heard threatening to avenge the killing of Soleimani, one of the most important figures in Iran.
Now, if you don't know what they were chanting death to America and death to Donald Trump. And now people on the left are claiming that it was the wrong decision for Trump to back the situation in Iran, which in my opinion is just wrong, completely wrong. But let's finish up this clip.
Angry.
So there you go. I mean, if anybody doesn't see what these people are when they're telling you to your face, clearly there's something very wrong there. And I do want to take this moment to show these Iranian people who sadly lost their lives for this cause to be set free from Islam. And this post was tweeted out by Neo Berg. She says, "For all the ones who gave their lives and for those who come after." Sadly, there are so many innocent Iranian people who have given their lives to have their family set free from this oppressive regime. And that is why it is such huge news that this man has allegedly been eliminated. Now, Trump obviously has the perspective that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, which is obviously a good thing. And I would like to show you this man who grew up under Islam, and what he explains that his perspective was growing up. And it's very, very shocking. And this is why the world needs to understand what exactly is taking place, because now that ideology is heading into the West. Iran has been trying to get set free from this for decades. And now the West is inviting the same ideology into its land.
Learned from childhood, you know, the word Jew and Christian were swear words.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Muslims are fighting with each other. They call you Jew, you son of Jew, or son of Christian.
The worst thing you can call somebody.
Yeah.
Son of Christian, son of Jew.
Dog Christian, because Quran says that Christians and Jews are animals, pigs, monkeys, you know, they are animals. And so you use them and you believe that too, that, you know, from childhood, that they are not really fully humankind. They do not carry their spirit unless they become Muslim, you know, and then they become humankind.
Oh my goodness.
So that's the mindset, you know, we grow with it. But even, you know, even you see a Jew or a Christian in.
Oh, I'm going to interject here because there is some breaking news. I've actually confirmed it now that they have in fact attacked a hotel in Dubai. This is unbelievable. Iran is going all out now, allegedly. Thank you for bringing that information. I will try to bring live updates as these things unfold, by the way. But allegedly, this is a hotel in Dubai. It has not been 100% confirmed that this was Iran that did this, but that is the claim here. Footage emerging of a fire at a hotel on Palm Jumeirah, one of the most iconic places on Earth. So allegedly this is from Iran's attacks. But I will do some more research while you finish up this clip, and I'll bring the updates as they come in.
At that time, Iranian king was very friendly toward Christians and Jews or all other, you know, religious sects.
Pre-revolution.
Yeah, pre-revolution.
Yeah.
And even a Christian is there, or a Jew is there, you're using this swear word. You never think that there's a Jew here, there's a Christian here. I have to be careful. I mean, it's just part of your language.
Wow.
And I tell you, actually, after I gave my heart to Jesus.
Okay, so here is the alleged strike happening in the UAE. Now, that doesn't seem to be just a random fire that started. You can hear the missile coming in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Jesus, sometimes I had oops.
We all have some oops.
It's just part of your language. It's amazing.
Wow.
So we had such thing that they are, from childhood we learned that they are evil, that the solution is for them to become Muslim.
Is how much deception plays an important role in Islam.
It's a system. It's a part of judiciary system. Actually, Quran says in
Okay, this came out 3 seconds ago from Grok. It says, yes, real missile attack. Iran launched ballistic missiles at UAE and other Gulf states today as the retaliation for US-Israel strikes on Iran. UAE air defenses intercepted most debris, caused explosions. Fire at Palm Jumeirah Hotel, 4 injured, 1 dead in Abu Dhabi. Dubai flights cancelled, confirmed by Reuters, BBC, UAE, MOD, NYT, and videos match the official report. So apparently this is a real situation, and it was, in fact, Iran that did the strikes. I'm going to keep doing more research and bring you the updates as they come out, but we also have a lot more information that I already have pre-planned to go through as well. So enjoy.
Nearly 16 times that Allah is the best of deceivers. I mean, in 2 places
That
says
Allah is the best of
Deceivers.
deceivers.
in 2 places exactly the same. You don't see that in English translation. They put it there, Allah is the best of planners. But I mean, those who are Muslims even do not know Arabic. They know that verse is Allah is the best of deceiver, because that word has gone into all other languages.
Wow.
So Persians know, Indonesians know. It says, Wallahu khairul makirin. Makirins is the plural for deceivers. Makirin means deceivers. Makkar means one deceiver. Makirins means all deceivers. Allah is the best of all deceivers.
And Muslims are told in the Quran that it's okay to lie.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's for the spread of Islam or something.
Yeah, until you get to power, then you don't need to lie to non-Muslims.
Just lie to get yourself in power.
For example, if you have an Islamist friend here in America, he possibly comes to you like a lamb. He speaks always good English, Christian language to you, and you say, wow, this is an angel. It happens to me in many places. I've spoken in America. They had Muslim friends, and even Christians got angry at me. Why you are speaking like that? These people are like angels. I said, well, that person can be an angel for 2 reasons. First of all, doesn't know the Quran, or maybe knows the Quran, is using Islamic deception. It's called taqiyya in Islamic, judiciary system.
Okay, we have some more footage, a quick 18-second clip here of the same hotel on fire. So there's multiple videos coming out about this now. Unbelievable that such wickedness has come from such an ideology.
That you can deceive them until you get to power.
So
and then your friend has got to power now, and then you go to say to him, hey, friend, you remember that 20 years we have been friends, and you promised and you talk about this, and he says exactly to your face, no longer. No longer.
So this is an area where Americans, Christians, really need to wake up and understand that the system of Islam is condoning and even encouraging lying to get yourself into power, which is what you saw with the Ayatollah and what we're seeing here today with various Muslim politicians like Mamdani, for example.
Yeah, Mamdani and others, they're just lying. Learned from.
So there you go. The Ayatollahs use this technique to get into power in that land. And now we have what we witness in the United Kingdom, in Europe, in all of these different places, in America, actually, where Muslims are trying to get into positions of power through deception, through smiling, through siding with the left. People such as this lady right here. But apparently, Ilhan Omar is now facing citizenship issues and could be deneutralized. She could be sent back to Somalia. That is a huge claim that is coming out of America right now as well. This is apparently Iran. The Khamenei and terrorist Islamic regime have been tossed into the ash heap of history. So that is another update coming out of Iran. And here are the streets of Iran, the roads of Iran. So everybody in the West who is saying that the Iranian people do not want to be set free from the Islamic Republic, they are clueless. You know, the Iranian people themselves are celebrating on the street over this situation. And we have a lot of Iranians coming out and saying, I am Iranian. I support the Israeli and US attacks on the Islamic Republic. Okay. And there are countless of these reports. We have another one right here. Well, this man is not an Iranian, but he says that Islam is the most, well, you can read it for yourself on screen. That's what he said about that situation. And I would like to show you this because this is huge news. Apparently, Iran is now striking multiple American bases across the Middle East.
Missile threat warning. Target shelter. Shelter in place. Missile threat warning. Target shelter immediately. Shelter in place.
So obviously not a wise move from the Iranian Islamic State. And Iranians are sharing these coordinates and saying, sincerely, the Iranian people, obviously making a request. And I want to show you another Iranian. He said, my sister in Iran is crying out of pure happiness. She said, I wouldn't even care if I died accidentally, as long as my country is finally free from the terrorist regime, the Islamic Republic. So people all over Iran are telling you what they want. They have been oppressed for 47 years under Islam. And now they are finally getting set free. Now, I do want to show you the video that I promised that I would show you earlier of Donald Trump's entire speech. And this is what has led up to this situation and is continue. And while you watch this, I'll check for some live updates and if there's any more breaking news.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat.
Oh, one quick update, actually, before I show you that, is this right here. If anyone was wondering the exact location of the hotel that Iran struck, it is right next to this famous palm, you know. So Iran really trying to disrupt the Middle East right now.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous.
Now, I'd like to show you this quick update here of the regions that are apparently being struck by Iran. Iran has now struck the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and Erbil. So Iran is pretty much going out all out in the Middle East, just waging war with everybody as they know their regime is coming to an abrupt end for sure. For those of you tuning in right now, if you do want to support the stream, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly helps out. Free for you to do. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe for more news and content in the future.
October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked.
We do have some updates coming out, some footage that I would like to show you.
We just got confirmation that the U.S. is participating in these attacks. The first word that came across the wire services
Well, this was a few hours ago, but here is footage of the strikes.
Were Israeli-only attacks, Israeli preemptive attacks against the Iranians. But the U.S., Lucas, we are told, is participating, and that's no great surprise.
No, and officials told me the same thing, John, at the start of this broadcast, that this was a combined U.S. and Israeli strike against Iran.
We just got...
So, yeah.
Radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration.
By the way, Iran is currently pumping out a lot of propaganda from its Islamists in the West. So recently they claimed that they had destroyed America's 1.1 billion early warning radar in Qatar. The system was capable of monitoring the entire region. Iran is claiming that they have destroyed it, but this has now been debunked, actually. So I did actually have the debunk on here a moment ago, but it has been debunked. They did not actually destroy it. So these propaganda people in the West are continually trying to brainwash people, but Iran is quite obviously losing in a very brutal fashion.
Administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so,
Here it is. I found it. Here is the debunk. Iran's IRGC claims it fully destroyed the U.S. ANFPS 132 early warning radar, which is a 1.1 billion 5,000 kilogram range in northern Qatar today via ballistic missile strikes as retaliation for U.S.-Israel attacks on Iran. Qatar's defense ministry confirms a radar was hit via Al Jazeera source. Damage under assessment, no casualties, says most incoming missiles were intercepted. So they did not fully destroy it. U.S. CENTCOM silent so far. No independent satellite confirmation of total destruction yet. Events hours old. The map image is illustrative propaganda, overlaid text, memes from Telegram channels, not real before and after imagery. So they're continually using Telegram groups and all kinds of social media platforms to try to make people perceive Islam as big and strong and powerful. It's what they do in the West. It's why they prey on the streets. It's why they continually try to infiltrate governments. But the truth is, they are very, very weak, very insecure, and they are losing this battle in a very consistent fashion.
I do not make this statement lightly. The Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Now, that is a very, very, very strong statement from Donald Trump. He is telling the Iranian people to take over the government once they have done the strikes. And this is very important for for the Iranian people who want to be set free from the oppression of the Islamic State to listen to. They need to get a leadership in power as soon as the strikes finish. Otherwise, what's going to happen? There's just going to be a lot of destabilization in that region, and possibly bad people are going to get into positions of power, and it's just going to be the same kind of oppression under a different veil. So there needs to be a big, big shift in the leadership of Iran as soon as these strikes are over, and definitely not an Islamic one. There should not be any Islamic rulership in Iran. Otherwise, it's going to turn into the same thing over time.
Outside, bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Absolutely awesome news that the Islamic Republic are finally falling in Iran. We have so much information coming out. I've literally been going through the live updates as you was watching that video. Now, I'd like to show you this. This is apparently what's taking place right now. This is what America are sending in. It's very clear that Iran made a huge mistake. The Islamic Republic made a huge mistake. What I would say is the West need to be very ready for floods of Islamists trying to flee into the West under the guise of refugee status. There should not be any more coming into the West, any more Islamists, any more of these people, because they come under a veil. And then when they get into the country, they show their true colors. The West needs to be prepared for this, because Europe has been a breeding ground for that kind of behavior for a long time now. And we don't need any more. We don't need any more. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below, because hopefully this is not just a situation that is going to be used to destabilize the West even more because of floods of insane people fleeing into our lands. Now, that being said, there are obviously going to be a lot of people in the West who want to go back to Iran if the regime does, in fact, get fully overthrown. Now, there was this news coming out, which I'm going to get up for you right here. Just give me a second. There was so much information coming out, floods of it, but I'm going to try and get you this video that I saw a second ago, because this man has now officially been eliminated as well. He is Brigadier General Aziz Nasser, I have no idea how to say that surname, Nasir Zadeh. The defense minister of Iran stated 2 days ago, "Be careful, Israel. We're stronger than you can imagine." Anyways, he's dead now. So apparently he's also been eliminated. And these just seem to be a running theme right now. All of these people have been putting threats out to America, to Israel, to the West. They are dropping like flies. And there should be no surprises there, to be honest, because people in the West have really had enough of this ideology that seeks to spread and to brainwash and to confuse and divide, which is clearly fake. It's not real. People don't have to go out and cover their hair, otherwise they're going to go to hell. It's a fake, weird ideology. Women have freedom. Men have freedom. You can believe what you want to believe, and the judgment is up to the Most High. It's up to God, not these sick, insane people. I want to show you this clip from Tuzi. Many of you probably already know him. He is an Iranian himself.
Public. Just need to quickly say, for the past few weeks, I've been telling people to stay calm, be patient, help is on the way. And there have been a number of people, some with bigger platforms on social media, who kept going around saying Tusi is lying, President Trump is a coward, help is not coming, Trump has betrayed the Iranian people. That resulted in people in Iran getting depressed, getting disillusioned, becoming scared, getting paranoid. Every single one of those people who for the past few weeks were going around on social media and on this channel, on the live chat, saying that, F you, F every single one of you. I told you to ignore these people. People in Iran started getting all these stupid statements on social media, and they started to believe that President Trump has betrayed the Iranian people. F every single one of you. I don't need your apologies. I don't need you to say, oh, I'm glad I've been proven wrong that President Trump actually went and attacked the Islamic Republic. No, Shut the F up. From now on, sit down and watch 2C TV.
So basically, he has been claiming that there was going to be help. He is an Iranian. He has a very close connection to it because his dad is apparently in Iran right now, stuck there. But the Iranian women, I want to say this because the Iranian women have been really standing up to Islam in Iran. And it's very shocking that the men have not been doing as much as the women, in my opinion. In my opinion. So many videos would continually pop up of women exposing they're not allowed to do this, they're not allowed to do that. You know, they would be driving their motorbikes, taking their hair out, dancing in the street. But it was very rare that men would do any of those things. I'm curious why. Why do you think that is? Thank you for the support, by the way, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. But yeah, we should stand with the courageous women in Iran, the courageous men in Iran, the people who want to be set free from this insane ideology of Islam. And the Western world is waking up to what Islam really is. And that is an incredible thing. So yeah, really praise the Most High for that. I do have another video that I want to show you here. I can get it up real quick. Here it is. Actually, probably not a wise idea to play that clip because it's got copyright music and I want this video to stay online. But yeah, the elimination has taken place of many of the Iranian leaders, allegedly. And this is absolutely incredible news. Now, there doesn't seem to be any new live updates coming out that are breaking right now. And I don't want to just keep you here sitting for no reason. So I'm going to end the live stream right about now. But I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful day. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and you will be notified every time I go live or upload a new video. I have some documentaries that I'm working on. I'm going to quickly go through the super chats as well. Big thank you to everybody who does financially support my independent journalism. It really does mean a lot to me. And it goes a very long way. Thank you, Chosen Sis. Jesus Christ is victorious. He is the King of Kings. Amen. He definitely is. A great for the Iranian people. Yeah, this is definitely a great, great situation for the Iranian people. Yah bless you too, brother Rob Roy. Greatly appreciate you, my bro. Chosen Sis says, peace I leave with you. Oh, the words of Jesus Christ. Peace I leave with you. Peace I give unto you. Not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let your heart not be troubled, neither let it be afraid. John 14:27. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The words of Jesus Christ are always truly beautiful. And talking of Jesus Christ, if you do want to go and check out my Christian YouTube channel, it is AVS Talks on YouTube. I'll get it up for you right now so you can see that. If you're not already subscribed and you are interested in Christianity, then you may want to go and check this channel out right about here, AVS Talks. Final super chat from this live stream is from Brother Bradley. Jesus Christ died. His blood was shed for the remission of sin. He was buried and he rose on the third day. And whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Amen. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you shall be saved. And thank you so much, Golden GG, for the super sticker for the $10. Other than that, I hope you all have an absolutely incredible day. I may go live again later on with more updates if there are some major ones that I feel like reporting on. And apart from that, I'll see you on the next one. Shalom. Shalom.